lookup tables, and then we are going into rules. So where we will be creating couple of rules to generate some execution outputs, and also we will be triggering a concern message, and also we will be assigning tasks through rules, and we'll see how to use rules for repeatable blocks, and also we'll try to use rules for lookup tables, how to find the reference data in the lookup tables, and finally we are going to write 2 lab rules for investigation templates. So this is going to be the agenda for today and tomorrow. And lookup tables, they can be defined and they can be used to quickly define matrices that serve as reference data. So for example, if there are several counties that are considered within the same jurisdiction, one could use a lookup table to define which counties belong to which jurisdiction. It's just like referring some data from a particular table. It's like a one-to-many reference. Okay. So if the table is lengthier, if you think the table is lengthier, then we can import the table inside our model manager. But if the table is little small, then we can directly add the table in the model manager. So lookup tables are mainly reference tables, or we can say it's like a matrix table that is going to serve as reference data. And the best example is if there are several counties that are considered within the same jurisdiction, we can just use the lookup table to define which counties belong to which jurisdiction, or it can be a region to zip or zip to region tables. Okay, so we can find entries for the corresponding values that we are looking for. And to add a lookup table, we have to use the model manager and click the add button to add new lookup table. So this is your lookup table icon. So if you click here, you will see this window toggling. So you'll be seeing add, import, edit and delete, where you can add your lookup table. If the table is lengthier, then you can import your table. So we are going to do both these exercises, how to add a table, and also we'll be trying to import a lookup table. So we can do that. And this is how your lookup table will be looking like. So it's like, as I told you, it's like one-to-many kind of matrix. So you'll have this one y-axis column. To that you can have multiple x-axis column. And if you wanted to find this Austin, what is the county number or what is the region? So it will be easy. Just you are going to find that entry and you are going to look for the corresponding data from your table, and that data will be used in your rules. Okay, so that's the purpose of lookup table. And we have the when we are trying to add a lookup table, we have to enter all these details. First, we need to give the name for our lookup table. The lookup table names must be unique, and they are used to identify the tables when a lookup table is used by an assignment. So the table names should be unique, because we will be using this table names in our rules when we are assigning values. So it has to be unique. And then we have to define the horizontal and vertical axis. So this is the description of the variable that is used by the assignment to select the column. So horizontal axis, it refers to the column in the lookup table, and vertical axis, it refers to the row in the lookup table. It's the description of the variable that is used by the assignment to select the row in the lookup table. And description, we can just add a little description about the table, about the data that we are adding in our lookup table. So we can give a little description here. So these are the parameters that we need to add when we are trying to add a lookup table in the model manager. And forgetting to save the table as an XLS if imported. So we have to always make sure if you are trying to import a lookup table, it has to be in this XLS format. Otherwise, you cannot import your lookup table. And forgetting to update tables in other models. Tables are associated to a particular model. If you are going to use the same table in multiple models, any updates need to be made across all the models. So if, let's say for my health working, we are creating a lookup table. So that is very specific for my health table, and you can use the table across your other models as well. But if you are making any change in the lookup table, in our my health working lookup table, that change needs to be updated across all your models. It's not going to be automatically updated, so you have to manually go and do that update across all your other models. Okay, and now we have a scenario. The My Health app needs to add a lookup table to record the dietitian specialty in order to inform customers about the different specialty offered by each dietitian. So we wanted to add a table with the dietitian names and their area of specialization. So let's see how to add those details in the model manager. And this is the data that we wanted to add in our lookup table. Okay, we have dietitian names and we have their area of specialization. Okay, so let's see how to add that. So let's go to our model manager. So open your model manager and click add. So if you click this lookup table, you will be able to see this lookup table window toggling here. So you can select and you can click add. So whatever lookup tables that you are going to add, it's going to appear here. Okay. So now let's click add and you will be able to see a lookup table like this. Okay. Now we can give the name for our table. So I'm going to give dietitian specialty.
Hold on one sec. I'm behind.
So go to your model manager.
Okay.
And click add here. So you see this window, lookup tables window here at the bottom.
Yes.
If you're not able to see, just click the last icon. So
I have it.
Okay. Now
Okay.
add it. And now we have to give the name for our lookup table. Dietitian underscore specialty. That is our table name. So I'm just giving name for my table. And now let's give the horizontal axis name. The horizontal is the number of rows, right? So I'm going to give specialty. Number of columns, so I'm going to give specialty for my horizontal axis. And for vertical axis, y-axis, I'm going to give dietitian name. Dietitian underscore name. First, we are adding dietitian specialty as our table name. And for horizontal axis, I'm just adding the name. So we will be referring this variable later in our rule. Okay. So this is specialty. The spelling is specialty. And vertical axis is dietitian name, and description, you can give dietitian specialty table. Dietitian specialty table. Okay. Now we need to add all our values. So here is the place where we will be adding all our y-axis value, and here we can add all our x-axis value. So you see this first unspecified here. So right click on that and click insert row, because we are going to add 5 set of values. So I'm just adding 5 rows there. Okay, I added 5 rows here. So now we are good to add the values. So I again repeat here, go to the first unspecified, right click and click insert row. Okay, I'm having 5 names, 5 dietitian names. So I wanted to add all of them here in my y-axis. So I'm just inserting the row. So I have all 5 rows here. So once you add these 5 rows, then you can click edit. Right click on any one of the rows, the first row, and click edit. And now we can enter the name for our dietitian. So the first name is Carmen Jones. First name is Carmen Jones and click OK. And now let's keep adding all our other names. So go to that particular row and click edit, and then you have to enter your name. And the next one is Mike Jones. Mike Jones. And third one is Sue Wagner. And click OK. And fourth one is Mary Smith. And click OK. And the last one is Molly Clipper. Now we added all the values for our y-axis. Now we can add the x-axis value. So here for x-axis you can have one column or you can have multiple columns. If you wanted to expand your column, you can just click on this line and you can drag this one. Okay. So here is the place where you can add your x-axis value. So go to this unspecified, right click and edit and give the name x-axis name specialty, x-axis name specialty. Go to this unspecified and write the name as specialty. And now we can add all the values here. So the first one is obesity and weight management for Carmen Jones, obesity and weight management. And the next one, again the same, obesity and weight management, comma, sports dietetics. Sports dietetics. dietetics. Okay. And the next one is gerontological nutrition. Gerontological nutrition. And again for Mary Smith, obesity and weight management, comma, oncology nutrition. And for the last one, Molly Clipper, renal nutrition. Okay, so now we created a table with the set of x-axis values and the y-axis values. You can have only one variable for your y-axis, but you can have more than one value because it's a one-to-many kind of matrix. You can have only one set of values for your y-axis and you can have many columns for your x-axis. Okay, once it is done, then you can click OK. So we added a new table and you can see your table listed under the lookup tables. So is everyone able to add your lookup table? Can I please see your raised hands if you are done with this exercise? Runa, Selena, Paragi, are you all done? Okay. Thank you all. Now let's move on to the next one. So if the table is lengthy, then we need to import the table from the, so we can click here. Okay. And if you are trying to add data to your lookup table, you have to do like this. So first, you have to specify the table name in your spreadsheet. You have to first row will be your table name. First row, first column will be your table name. And second row will have your x-axis information. And third row, x-axis name here. And third row will have the y-axis name. Okay. So this is how you will import your table. This is how you have to set up your table. So if you import, it will, first one will go and sit automatically in the name of the table. And the second one will go for the x-axis and third one will go for y-axis. And then you can have the value. So here we have this y-axis value followed by all x-axis column. So this is how you will import a table in Maven Model Manager. So now let's do this exercise. The My Health app needs to add a lookup table that will show the number of people in a family, versus their household income in order to see if they qualify for a discounted membership when joining a fitness center. So as I mentioned, we are going to add and import these tables now, and later we are going to refer these lookup tables when we are going to write our rules. Okay, so we are going to write a rule to provide some discount to the members of the family when they are joining the fitness center. So for that we wanted to add a table now. So that table will have the detail of number of people in the family against their household income. Okay, that's what we are going to add now. So let's go to Model Manager.